It was here in Springfield, where North, South, East, and West come together, that I was reminded of the essential decency of the American people, where I came to believe that through this decency, we can build a more hopeful America. And that is why, in the shadow of the old state capitol, where Lincoln once called on a house divided to stand together, where common hopes and common dreams still live, I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
Hey, where are we going right now? Where are we going?
Barack Obama.
What are we going to do about Barack Obama? What are we going to go do?
First.
We're going to vote, yeah.
I don't know what else one can say about the damage George W. Bush has caused that hasn't already been said, but for cathartic reasons, it can't hurt to try. He and his administration haven't just taken this country in the wrong direction over the course of the last 8 years, they brought us to a queasy precipice and will, come January, leave us there. So after voting this past November 4th, we headed downtown. I'm lucky to be a stay-at-home dad, and I adore my daughter, but the defeats in the elections of 2000 and 2004 made me edgy and inattentive. I tried my best all morning to interact with Abby, but found myself repeatedly combing the internet and watching CNN in hopes of gleaning something, anything, that would take the edge off my trepidations. And while Obama was the clear favorite, with comfortable leads in just about every national and state poll that mattered, the disastrous results of the last two elections and all the hopes they embodied lingered on, and they acted to tamp down any sense of complacency. And so Abby and I thought it best to head outside. This particular Tuesday, November 4th, was incredibly beautiful, with temperatures reaching record highs in the mid-70s and a deep blue sky. Sitting there, watching Abby running on the grass, the warm breeze on my face, I couldn't help but feel hopeful and expansive. It was, I felt, and I hoped, going to be a very good day. Later in the evening, our friends Jason and Emily, along with their son Sean, came over and joined in on the festivities. CNN would show clips of the crowds gathering outside in downtown Chicago, the very same crowds we ourselves watched from up on the 23rd floor of my in-laws' balcony. Kathy and I are about to have our second child, another girl, and she was certainly making her presence and presidential preference known to us. All of us were hopeful that she would be entering a world where Barack Obama would be the president-elect. One of my favorite moments of the night was when my home state of Ohio was called for Obama. Having grown up in a suburb of Cleveland, in a home where my parents still live, I have a deep and abiding love of the state. When it fell to Bush in 2000 and 2004, I was crushed. Tonight, finally, Ohio did me right. Soon after, Jason and Emily and I headed out to join the swarms of people who were gathering in downtown Chicago. We found a place near one of the several jumbotrons the Obama campaign had set up. Things were looking good, but all of us waited for California to be called. I don't quite know how to describe this moment, though I'm sure it was the same for the millions of us across the country who worked and waited for it. A massive outpouring of jubilation, a sense of democracy reclaimed. It was, and still is, profoundly moving.
My friends, we have come to the end of a long journey. The American people have spoken, and they have spoken clearly.
there's anyone out there who still doubts that America is a place where all things are possible, who still wonders if the dream of our founders is alive in our time, who still questions the power of our democracy, tonight is your answer. We are and always will be the United States of America. It's the answer that led those who've been told for so long by so many to be cynical and fearful and doubtful about what we can achieve, to put their hands on the arc of history and bend it once more toward the hope of a better day. It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America. I know you didn't do this just to win an election. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead. For even as we celebrate tonight, we know the challenges that tomorrow will bring are the greatest of our lifetime. 2 wars, a planet in peril, the worst financial crisis in a century. Even as we stand here tonight, we know there are brave Americans waking up in the deserts of Iraq and the mountains of Afghanistan to risk their lives for us. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can!
America, we have come so far. We have seen so much, but there's so much more to do. So tonight, let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century, if my daughters should be so lucky to live as long as Ann Nixon Cooper, what change will they see? What progress will we have made? This is our chance to answer that call. This is our moment. This is our time.